How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Coming at you on Friday, December the 27th, as we get this video to you around this time. You guys are always mentioning my sound is not as good sometimes. It doesn't come as high, so let me go make sure that my sound here, there we go. So that should help you. Yeah, hopefully that means that the sound is coming up good for you. But hello, I'm Indian Cowboy. This is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy's been around for 19 years, and Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. Welcome to my daily podcast. Welcome to my free daily podcast. That is how these algorithms work based on these models. And today we have a ton of content. I just finished a football video with Scott Spreitzer, and that has all of my NFL Week 17 football leans, and it's time-stamped for you in case you want to hop on over to look at every single game. But it has every single one of my time-stamped games for you. But I will do a daily video for you every day, and it'll also have football leads for you. So, I'll have a couple of football leads for you today on the college football games. So you can check out my weekly video, which gets published usually on Tuesday nights, and check out the daily IC video, which has all of the games for that day. Today, we'll go through every single NBA game. We'll go through every single hockey game, and I'll tell you my leans on the football games today. So it's going to be an awesome video, and I can't wait for you to join us. And I hope if you enjoyed the content, take a moment and subscribe and to like the video. I'd appreciate it. And, of course, join our premium packages. Our best selections are at DocSports.com. Under Arun Shiva or Indian Cowboy. We do a popular YouTube premium teaching channel as well, and you get an extra video all for $240. You offer just $20 a month and 240 selections. Our favorites, and we give you our favorite selection at the end of the YouTube premium video. And yesterday it was on Bridges over the 16.5 points, which was a winner. And I already gave out the YouTube premium video today and told you which one's my favorite selection of that. So that video is out for clients. And the link to YouTube Premium is in the comment section, as well as a link to how to get to free $60 with their premium selections. If you want more content, be sure to check my Twitter. It has our latest videos. Our most recent videos are posted there, and our hot takes as well. And I did timestamp this video for you, so that way you can go to if there's a select game that you need to get to, and you don't have as much time, that's fine. It is timestamped for you, so you can grab it that way too. But I'll try to go sport by sport. All right. So what do I need to tell you? Well, we have a 7-unit hockey selection today, which I'm very excited about at 7 o'clock. We have a 7-unit NFL selection on Sunday, 6-unit bowl selection on Saturday. We're perfect 2-0 in the bowl so far, plus 1,100. 4 straight winning weeks in football, going for 5 straight. We missed our NBA play day yesterday. We will win today. I really like our NBA selection today at 7 o'clock. Really like it, so I think we're going to do well today. We are on a 4-1 run. College basketball is back tomorrow, back-to-back winners. 7-unit and a 5-unit winner, back-to-back winners. Football, as 4 straight winning weeks. We won 7-unit Ohio State last week and 6-unit Atlanta Falcons. And I think we're going to win again this week. Soccer 8-2 and 19-8 run. Daily props passed today, but back-to-back prop winners. And 60% on the season for plus 47.30. So excited about the prop selection. Tomorrow, I think you'll like the prop selection tomorrow. All right. Although I will give you a free prop selection. I still think Dennis Schroeder is going to score a lot of points today, especially with Curry out, but that's a different story. You can add that as an extra free selection. All right, let's get to your free selections today. Your free selection, which is my favorite out of all of these, and then I'll get to all the other games. The rest are just leads. I like Dallas today, the Mavericks today. I've always liked the Dallas Mavericks when they don't play without Luka. So a couple things going on here. I think you can find Dallas at plus the 1. But Phoenix has beaten this team in back-to-back games, 114 to 113 and 114 to 102 twice this year. I don't think Dallas loses to them 3 times in a row. Dallas comes off of a loss to Minnesota. I'm fighting a head cold here too, so brave it with me here. Sorry, I'm sounding congested and nasally, but Dallas, lost 99 to 105 against Minnesota. They're going to be pissed off coming in today. They were down in that game by 19 points at one point before they made a huge comeback in the second half, but it was all 2 for nothing. And Doncic, as far as I know, isn't going to play today, which makes me love to play even more. And then Phoenix rolls into this game beating Denver, but Phoenix has lost 6 of the last 10 games. And the only reason why they beat Denver is because they had immediate revenge against Denver. It's a team that had lost to the Pistons by 8 points just the day before, or the other recently, and 9 points to the Pacers. Give me the Mavericks, plus the 1 as your free play. Now let's move on to football. For football, is that Georgia Tech game going to be off the board by the time I get it to you? Well, that Georgia Tech game is at 3:30, so maybe some of you will get it. Look, man, I still like Georgia Tech here. I think they get up to face Vanderbilt. I know taking the points with Vanderbilt seems decent, but let me tell you something. Georgia Tech had Georgia on the ropes. When you hold the University of Georgia to 17-0 at the half, that's pretty darn good. And Georgia Tech beat NC State. They beat Miami as well. They didn't play that bad against Notre Dame, to be honest with you. They played Louisville tough. I like Vanderbilt's a great team, but at the end of the day, I think Georgia Tech is primed to do well here. I would tell you about Texas Tech, Arkansas, but that's one of my 5 premium selections this week, so I can't. I only do 5 per week premium selections, so I can't tell you that. Look, man, Syracuse, Washington State. I think Syracuse might win by 30. Washington State's coach left over to Wake Forest. Syracuse is a very good team, and Syracuse football coach is Fran Brown. This is his first bowl game. He's going to be stoked. He's going to be excited, and they're going to do great. Syracuse beat Miami recently. They beat Cal as well. They beat Connecticut. They're on a 3-game win streak. They beat Virginia Tech. They are doing something special. I like Syracuse. Moving on. Now, let's go to let me hit all the NBA, and then I'll hit all the NHL, all right? San Antonio, Brooklyn, that is my 5-unit NBA selection today. New York versus Orlando. I like the over here. I think what will happen here is the Magic can be an active dog, and I think they will push the tempo here. They've got a couple of important injuries here, but I think they will push the tempo with all these injuries, and they'll be guard heavy today. Only 88 points for them last game. New York comes off dropping 117 against the Spurs and 139 against Toronto. The last time these two teams met was 101-99. I don't think that's the case here. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and I lean on the over in this game. Indiana and Boston. Look, man, I like Boston here, and Boston is going to be pissed coming into this game because they've lost 3 of their last 4, which is rare. Everybody's on the Pacers. I know the Pacers are playing better, but the Pacers beat this team 135-132 in overtime last time. Indiana lost to Oklahoma City 114-120 recently too, so I know they're off of a loss, and I know they've won 5 straight coming in, but Boston at the same time has revenge, lost by 4 to the Sixers, lost by 4 to the Magic. They're going to be pissed, and they got revenge. Give me a lead on Boston, even though the line is high, and I get it. Minnesota versus Houston. I like Minnesota. Minnesota lost, if you remember, 117-111 in late November in overtime. They have revenge. Minnesota comes off a nice win against Dallas. They had lost their previous 3, so they got to get back in the groove of things. Got to start winning some stuff. Houston, I know, has won 4 in a row, but that was against New Orleans twice, and Toronto and Charlotte. All of them are terrible. The last time they played a decent team was Oklahoma City, and they lost 96-111. Give me Minnesota. Memphis versus New Orleans in the NBA. I like New Orleans here. Why not? I mean, New Orleans is good for a home decent effort, and I think they'll get up to face John Morant. I like the fact New Orleans comes off a 17-point loss to Houston because the game before they'd only lost by 3 to Denver. You know, they lost to New York, and they lost to Houston and Indiana, and so on and so forth. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think New Orleans kind of hangs tough here in this game. All right. So moving on here at the 7:47 time slot here. Let's do it between Minnesota and Houston. Yeah, Cleveland and Denver. I like the over between Cleveland and Denver here today. What you have here is it's an interesting game because Cleveland won 126-114 last time. I like the fact Denver only scored 100 points in their last game. They're coming off a loss. I like the fact that Cleveland scored at least 130 or 24 points or more in the last 4 games. So I think the over is decent there. At the 8:22 mark, let's go with the game here is now between Golden State and the LA Clippers. I like the over there too. I think Dennis Schroeder prop on the over in points is good because there will be no Steph Curry today. I think Golden State will play well without Steph because they still are pretty guard heavy. They only lost by 2 points to Lakers and 6 to the Pacers. And remember, they've lost the Clippers the last 5 straight times. And whenever a star player is out, teams have a tendency to unite, and I think Golden State will push the tempo here. And at the same time, the Clippers have been finding the basket a lot more, scoring at least 114 points in 3 of their last 4 games. Give me the over in that game. Moving on to the 8:58 minute mark. Let's move on to the NHL here. Boston Columbus is our 7-unit NHL selection today. Vegas and San Jose, I like the over there. Vegas won 7-3 early this year in the last 5 games between these two. They come off 3 straight wins. San Jose is struggling, losing 5 straight. But I can see this being a huge game for them and getting up as an active dog, and I would not be surprised at all to see this game go over the posted total. Nashville versus St. Louis. I like Nashville here. Nashville makes sense here. They are playing great right now, back-to-back wins and 3 or 4 wins for an 11-win team. They have actually beaten this team the last 3 or 4 times, but St. Louis hasn't won back-to-back games in ages, and I actually don't trust them at all here, and I like Nashville here, who are turning things around. Toronto versus Detroit in hockey. I like Toronto. Detroit won 4-2 back in December. Toronto won 3-1 before that. Toronto's off of a pair of losses, and when they were minus 120 favorites in both, and giving up 11 goals in the last 2 games. Detroit's off 3 straight losses and can't score worth a lick right now. Does make sense for Toronto to roll here because Detroit's only scored 4 goals in the last 3 games. Give me Toronto. Carolina versus New Jersey. I like Carolina there. New Jersey won 4-2 last time. Carolina won 4-2 prior to that. Carolina's off of a 2-5 loss to Nashville. New Jersey's off of a big 5-0 and 3-0 win. So 8-0 in the last 2 games. And I think Carolina's a live dog today with revenge. A lot of value. Give me Carolina. Chicago and Buffalo. I like Buffalo here. They won 4-2. Chicago's lost back-to-back games coming in here. Chicago was a dog at plus 150 against Calgary and lost 4-6 and lost to Minnesota 3-4 as a plus 186 dog to Buffalo and has lost 9 in a row here and finally busted out with a 7-1 win over the Islanders. I like Chicago as a dog here. I think they're great value, especially coming off back-to-back losses. NHL, Colorado and Utah. I like the under there. Utah won 4-1 last time. Split the season series 1-1 so far. Colorado has won 3 in a row. Just lost to this team a few games ago. Utah's off back-to-back losses, though, so they're going to be pissed too, and I like the under, and I think they play well off of a loss. Finally, Minnesota and Dallas. I like Dallas in the NHL. Dallas won 2-1 in November, and the last 7 times as well. Minnesota won 4-3 against Chicago as a minus 209 chalk. Dallas won 3-2 against Utah as a minus 160 chalk. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong lead. I like Minnesota in this game. They've lost to this team the last 7 times, and I think they're going to be pissed off here. So I think taking Minnesota plus the 1.5 isn't a bad idea. So, how many free selections were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hockey, and 6 in the NBA. So that's 13 right there. And then we tacked on the Schroeder one. 7, 6, Schroeder one, that's 14. And then we tacked on the 2 footballs, which makes 16. 16 free selections for you today. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. And that means a lot if you appreciated the video. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Jump on all of our premium selections, including our 7 hockey selection, our football card. Going for 5-1 run in the NBA. Going for 3 straight college ball winners tomorrow. Indian Cowboy working hard for you every single day. Please take a moment to like and subscribe.